All right, loaded talk, loaded grok. I want to talk about these ICE raids. I've been watching, a lot of clips online. You see the conflicts between ICE agents and protesters in Portland, Seattle, whatever, Chicago, Los Angeles. And one thing that's in common with all these are very blue cities, oftentimes in blue states too. And, protesting is fine. And I'm not, the biggest fan of the way they're going about all the ICE stuff. But the sheriff of Pinellas County, Gualtieri, came to talk to a group I'm affiliated with. And he was talking about, so in Florida, they passed a law that law enforcement in Florida has to offer support to ICE. So in this immigration fight, you can't say, no, I don't participate. And he said, what does that look like in practice? He goes, well, what that means is when we arrest somebody and they're an illegal alien, it flags them, and ICE agents can come to the jails and go, hey, we're here for this guy who's now committed a crime and is in your jail, and he's illegal. We'd like to take him. We go, okay. We let him in. They take him, and they leave. We said, so that's what cooperating looks like. It's not storming houses. It's not anything crazy like that. It's literally, as a county sheriff, it's literally saying, yes, of course, I'll let you into my jail to get illegal aliens who are in my jail right now. And so he was talking about how there's different groups of illegal aliens, right? You got the criminal types, especially the violent criminal types, the gangs, those ones that nobody wants around. Then you have the people who are just here to live and work, and it's better than their country. And they go, I don't know, it's too difficult to get through this immigration process. I can just stay with my cousin over there. She can get me a job doing this, So doing landscaping or construction or housekeeping or one of these other jobs where you can be illegal and get a job and kind of coast and have a pretty decent life in America. And so, but what happens is when you have Chicago, Los Angeles, places like this where they're making a big stink, they go, we will not support ICE. What they do is they go, well, there's an illegal alien population of estimated this many people in your city, and we will be coming to your city to get them. But instead of picking them up out of the jail with a handshake and calmness and nothing, they go, well, we were told that he lives at 123 Oak Street. So you go to 123 Oak Street and you find him, another real bad guy, and then there's the other ones, the women and guys and children who are just working normal jobs, aren't criminals, aren't bad guys. But once ICE is in there to get the one person they actually wanted, and there's 5 other people in the house that also have an illegal status, they go, now we got to get you too. And so I think that point was a good one, and that it feels good. It feels good if you're the opposition. We are standing against the president. We're standing against this federal agency. But what you're actually doing is hurting the people that need to be deported the least. The people who arguably we should have a path to citizenship for, whatever that might be. And so these people are getting, because of your great protests, you're basically putting a target on all these people. And then people protest because you see this masked military storm an apartment building and take a bunch of women and children and landscapers out, and people go, man, that's messed up. They got Raul's a good guy, and people protest, and then they clash, and these ICE agents, they're not, they're just cops. They're just cops. They're offering a $50,000 bonus, a signing bonus. And what they were doing at first is any email list they had from people doing cross training, because you could do some sort of ICE cross training. Well, you give contact info. They'd reach out to you and be like, you want a job? It's like, we'll hire you away from the local place you work. We'll pay you this much money plus $50,000 cash. And they go, yeah, which enough governors had something to say about it. So that practice has stopped, but it is something that was happening. But still, they're just cops. They're just cops. So it's not good. You get a bunch of people throwing rocks and trying to block in their cars and doing these things like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I mean, eventually they're going to hit you with a billy club and they're going to really like it. And it's going to be on video. So you win too. I mean, and I think part of it might be, I wonder how much of it is understood. Like if you're a governor or a mayor, because Gualtieri, I mean, he's a sharp sheriff. He was a Democrat, now he's a Republican. He's one of these guys. I think he's one of these like the Democrat Party left me type guys. But he has always seemed pretty chill about stuff. He doesn't like victimless crimes. He's not big on even the COVID stuff when they said shut down the beach, and he testified that the beaches should not be shut down. He brought in helicopter footage of people making circles on the beach. He goes, look how responsible everyone's being in Pinellas County. We're not Miami, And they go, I shut it down. He goes, fine, wet sand isn't the county, though. And I remember I was out a lot during COVID, and there was poor guys would be walking on the beach. They go, hey, will you just move your chair that way about 5 feet? You go, oh, just over there? He goes, yes, please. You go, okay. No ticket, no nothing. They just go, if you stand over there, it's fine. You can't stand over here, though. And so Gualtieri is good, and he's sharp. But with all the advisors, all the political minds, at some point you have to realize what you're doing. So then you go, well, it's the theater is too good. I need to show the opposition. And I know that standing in opposition will result in, innocence, quote unquote, getting hauled off, which will make ICE look worse. And I know that people protest violently, and that'll show ICE in fights with citizens, and that'll make it look even worse. So I think part of it's by design. I think the Democrat leaders know what they're doing, and they're just allowing these, quote unquote, innocent illegal aliens to get wrapped up in it because it serves their political purposes. So as much as I'm not one of these people, obviously, that says fall in line with the president. If you president says this, governors and everybody should say yes sir and do all that kind of stuff. I'm fine with pushing back. I prefer pushing back against the federal government at all times. But in this case, rebelling for the sake of rebelling doesn't get you what you need. If you actually care about the people, the illegals, and the legal citizens, you can save them lots of heartbreak. You can save them lots of violence by just letting the ICE agents into the prisons, into the jails, just to take the illegals out of the jails, which you have to pay for with your tax money anyway. It's expensive and they're overrun. Let them take them out of the jails. That's all you have to do. It's not about helping them invade people's homes. It's allowing them to walk casually to the jail and take someone out with them.